Hey guys, welcome back. Here we go with Tyrese Gibson's wife explaining issues that she went through during their divorce. I'm doing a reaction to it. Here we go.
Probably looked at it a little less intensely as I should have. That's me looking back on it. Because I would never tell, I work with women. I would never tell a woman to walk through that in the same frame of mind I was in when I did it. I was very, very hurt. I was very angry. And I remember like when I made like the decision, I was like hysterically crying on the phone with my attorney.
This is what modern women do. Off the whim of a feeling, decide to break their family apart. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't think modern women realize the damage, especially when children are involved. But let's see what else you got.
That was not the person I should have been on the phone with. When, like, that's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, I was hysterically crying. And I was not in any position to make that decision. I was extremely emotionally intoxicated. We can be intoxicated.
And that's the truth. Modern women are emotional monsters. It's ridiculous. They make decisions based off their feelings. And men in general make decisions off of logic, off of numbers. We've always been like this. Let's see what else.
Intoxicated with our emotions. And I'm very much emotionally led. I feel very strongly. I'm just that kind of person, very passionate. But I would never tell somebody to make that decision when they're that emotional. But
I want you guys to understand how deep that rabbit hole actually goes. In general, women decisions cannot be trusted. Not even their pick in men can be trusted, because they do everything based off emotions. Think about it. These women make the decision of who's going to be the fathers of the next generation. This is very dangerous. Let's see what else you got.
of course, I wasn't talking to someone that genuinely would be for marriage, or for reconciliation. And that's not no slight to my,
No, it's
the current friends.
It has nothing. There's no slight to that. Not the friends, but I was on the phone with my attorney.
Yeah.
So it was something that was being said to me that hurt me at that time, and that so at that time when I was on the phone and I made that decision, I was livid. And so if anything, if I could take anything from that and advise somebody else, because I don't want families to be torn apart.
Yeah.
And this is another thing. This is how men have to start looking at situations. What is going to separate a woman like her from Tia Mowry or any other famous actor, model, or anything? Once men open their eyes and start to realize these women are all the same, now we got to start looking at quality. You're not going to get no quality woman in America. You have to go overseas to get a more traditional woman. Because at the end of the day, when everything comes off, it's about what a woman can do for you. It's about what a woman can do to uplift you, to upgrade you. If you got to pay a high price to be with a certain status of a woman, it's not even worth it. Let's see what else you got.
It would be that if you're that hurt and you're like that emotional about someone, that's not a lack of love. Like, the opposite of love is not
And that's another problem. We keep going in these marriages, especially women, looking for love. That's the reason that's going to break you apart. There is no love. Love don't keep people together. It never has. It never will. It's a lie. It's all a lie. Love is a feeling, not something that's going to keep you together. And all you got to do is start looking at the numbers. 50% divorce rate. It's much worse than that. I would say it's in the 80s and 90s if you start looking at single moms and single dads, which is combined. Single moms, single dads is like 88% of failed relationships. It don't matter what the story is. 88% failed relationships.
Hate. It's indifference. It's void of love, void of feelings. And so if I'm that emotional and I'm that hurt and I'm like on that.
Yes, she's right. And relationships in America in general is always going to fail because women are looking for a feeling. They don't like that feeling to go away for a little while. They always want that feeling to exist. So that's going to make them unhappy if they're not getting that. She's not going to submit if she's not getting that. Women are conditional submitters in America. Let's see.
Level where I'm just like, I can't stop thinking and I'm just obsessing over why I am hurt. If it's misguided and misdirected, it can go in a bad direction. And so I think that with that being said, I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
And I made a decision like, well, I'm so angry, I'm so hurt, and this is, and I'm just like, forget it, like, never mind, like, I need to be done with this is horrible, you just ruminating on all the negative things and not focused on any of the positive things. I posted a reel, and I mean this, I really mean this. There was a guy who was talking about that before he decided to marry his wife, he had said or had told his wife that he needed to choose the people that would speak to her in her most emotional moments.
And that's some deep stuff right there. I don't think she realized how deep that rabbit hole goes. But there used to be a time when women would get married, fathers would stay involved. The father, the husband's father, and the wife's father would stay involved. When they had issues, they would hold the woman accountable. See, everybody's trying to take the woman's side. The man cannot lead if everybody's taking the woman's side. That's a real problem. We have to hold women accountable. Men have to be leaders. We have to want them to lead. It's just like a company. If you got the general manager and then the other smaller managers trying to give out directions to the employees, the regular employees, and they don't listen, the general manager steps in and makes sure they listen. The manager is not trying to take sides. They're trying to make sure the regular managers are able to direct the employees, if that makes sense to everybody. That's a real problem.
And it was people that would be for the relationship.
Right.
And I know a lot of people had different kind of like comments about the person and everything like that, but the message of what he was saying for me resounds true because the people I had in my ear at the time were not for.
And that's another problem, and I'm going to end it here. We have all these different relationships with all these different people. We cannot have no peace. That's the real problem. And I understand that's Tyrese. And I understand, I don't know who she is like that, but this is the life we've given. But we've given up the more important things. We can't even have a peaceful relationship and raise our children properly. Because I'm going to tell you, children that are raised by single moms usually are terrible children. I can't even go that deep into it, but this is our real problem. too many people are in our ears. It's mainly on the woman's side. And they're always taking the woman's side. The man can't even lead. If everybody telling her to follow her husband, that should be the end of the story. Like, he's going to tell his story. This is his story. He's going to lead his family the way he lead it. Women are always trying to dictate what we do. And look at the results of them single motherhood. 90% of all criminals come from single mother homes. So obviously they know nothing. They have no say in the matter. You ain't got to like it, but you have to let a man lead in order for your relationship to be successful. Anyway, guys, like, comment,